Welcome to my channel. This is Mrs. A of Math A Mathic. This time, you're going to learn about algebraic expressions and algebraic equations. Before we're going to learn about algebraic expressions and algebraic equations, let's study first some of the keywords or phrases that means addition and subtraction. So let's start with addition. We have the sum of, increased by, added to, more than, plus. So all this means addition. For subtraction, we have the difference of, subtracted from, decreased by, take away, less than, or you can also add here minus. Okay, it means all of this means you're going to subtract. So let's have an example here. This one, I want you to focus on this because this is quite tricky. Usually, the first number that we mention here, that's the first that you're going to write if you're going to translate. But this one, it says 9 more than a number n. Take note here. I didn't mention the exact number here, but instead, I represent that number with the letter n. Okay? So, I am going to write n plus 9. So, look at this. Because of this word, more than means that you are going to switch this. This one should be in the first. This n should be in the first. And the 9 should be here. Okay? Next, how about here in addition, in subtraction? Same thing. 6 less than a number n. So there is again a word less than, which means n minus 6. N minus 6. Okay? There are others also, like for example, subtracted from. So whatever that number that you're going to subtract from, you're going to put that on here, not on the first one. Okay, so now let's have this. Now let's have for multiplication, we have the product of, multiplied by, twice, times, or you can have thrice or 4 times, 5 times, like that. The quotient of for division, divided by the ratio of. Now, let's have this one. Twice a number x. So again, I didn't mention that number, particular number, so I just represent that with the letter. So twice a number x means 2 times that number x. Okay, then we have here the ratio of x and y. Means we are going to divide x divided by y. Okay, now I want you to test yourself. Try this, match set A and B. You can pause if you need more time and pause if you are ready to reveal the answer. Okay, I just test yourself if how far your knowledge about this particular topic. So number 1, the sum of 7 and 5. You can find it here. The sum of a number x and 5. The difference of a number x and 5. 7 added to a number n. And 7 subtracted from number n. Okay. So number 1, 7 plus 5. That's letter D. Number 2, x plus 5. The sum of x and 5. So x plus 5. And that is letter B. So we have the difference of a number x and 5. So x minus 5. So that is letter C. And 7 added to a number n. Okay, so here, take note of this. Usually, the first number that we mentioned, that's the one that you are going to put it here, right? So just like my example a while ago about more than or less than, here added to, which means that the number n should be written here before this one, before 7. So n plus 7. Take note of that. And 7 subtracted from number n. So again, the number 7 is subtracted from the number n. So n minus 7. Did you get it all right? Okay. So now I have here on the sides algebraic expressions. I'm going to show examples. And I'm going to show also on the other side algebraic equations. Please try to observe and observe the difference between these two. Okay, so I have here x plus 8, or I can say this as the sum of x and 8. On the other side, I have x plus 8 is equal to 12. So I have 2x minus 5. I have 2x minus 5 is equal to 20. 4x plus 5x. Here I have 4x plus 5x is equal to 0. 3x. And here I have 3x is equal to 6y. Now, algebraic expressions consist of variables, numbers, and operations. Or it can be just a variable or a combination of variables and numbers, or a combination of two variables and numbers and operations. That's what we call algebraic expressions. While here on the other side, algebraic equation is composed of two expressions connected by equal sign. You see, this is very obvious that here, there's always equal sign. So we have two sides here, the left side and the right side. So we have two expressions here. And it says that this expression on the left side should be equal to the expression on the right side. Now, another difference here is, in this algebraic expression x plus 8, for example, we can replace any value of x there. We can replace x as 2. That is 2 plus 8. Or we can replace x as 4. Whatever number we want to replace for x. So we have 4 plus 8, 2 plus 8. But here in equation, we can only replace with one number, or there is only one number that can be replaced with this x to make it equal to 12 here. So what should be the value of x here in order to be equal to 12? So here, x should be 4, right? 4 plus 8 is equal to 12. So in algebraic equation, it means that the right or the left side should always be equal to the right side. Okay, now here, this is an example of algebraic expression. And the number 2 in algebraic expression here, look at this one, that's the number beside x, or the number multiplied to x. This is what we call coefficient. And the letter x is what we call the variable. And, of course, the operation is subtraction. And the number 5 is what we call constant. Okay? Again, coefficient, variable, the operation, and constant. Take note that the operation here, minus, separate the algebraic expression into two. We have one algebraic expression here, we have another one here. Okay? Now, let's learn more about the variable, coefficient, and about the terms. So variable is a symbol or letter that represents an unknown number. So take note, a while ago, I didn't mention the specific number, so I just replace it with letter. So it means that letter represents an unknown number. Coefficient is a number part of a product of an unknown number. So 2x means, so I have 2x. So this is now the coefficient, which is the number part of the product of the unknown and the number, right? 2 times x. Now, in algebraic expressions, the addition or minus sign separates the expressions into what we call terms. So like this one, we have x plus 8. These two are separated by the plus sign here, or the addition. And that makes the expression equal to two terms. First term, second term. Okay, so this one has two terms. 2x. 2x is only one term. Why? Because there is no minus or plus sign in between these two numbers here, or two expression here. So this is only one term, 2 times x, or 2x simply. This one, if there is a number and a variable, it means multiplication. You don't need to write, or you don't need to put parentheses or x as multiplication sign, because it will confuse us with the variable x. So if it is multiplication of a number and a letter or a variable, you can simply write it as 2x or 3x like that. So I have 2x minus 5 separated by minus sign. So this is one term, another term. So this algebraic expression has two terms. Next, we have 2m plus 5n plus 7. So here one term, another term, another term. So three terms. Now, I want you to complete the table here. I have here expressions. You're going to write the coefficient or coefficients if there are more than one. Terms, the variable, and the constant. Okay, you can pause the video if you need more time. Okay, number one, we have here 2x. The coefficient is 2. And the term is only one term. The variable is x. There is no constant there. Next, we have 3x minus 4. The coefficient is 3. And two terms here, 1 and then 2. And the constant is, the variable is x, and the constant is negative 4. Next, we have the coefficients. We have 2 and 5. So this is the coefficient of x, and this is the coefficient of y. So 2 and 5 are the coefficients. And we have here two terms. So one term, another term. And we have two variables, x and y. And there is no constant. And then next we have 6a plus 2b plus 5. So we have here 6 and 2 as the coefficients. 6 is the coefficient of A and 2 is the coefficient of B. And we have three terms there. So 1, 2, 3. And we have also two variables. We have A and B, and the constant is 5. Next, we have 1 and 2. Coefficient of x is 1, understood. If there is no number beside x or any variable, understood it's 1. And then the coefficient of y is 2. And there are three terms, two variables, x, y, and the constant is negative 2. Next, we have 2/3. That's the coefficient. One term only. We have one variable also here, m, and there is no constant. The last one, we have the coefficient is 1 over 5. So this is x over 5. Understood there is 1 besides x. And we have two terms. So 1 and 2 separated by a plus sign. And the variable is x. And the constant is 7. Did you get it all right? Congratulations! Now, if you want to learn more about algebraic expressions, you can watch my next video. See you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye!